Well, if you have it, it's good to go on a retreat, is a wonderful thing. But to always look for some situation that's ideal for your spiritual practice, no. What works much better is to say, this moment is ideal for my spiritual practice.
In this enlightening insight, Eckhart Tolle reminds us that we don't need an ideal environment or life situation to begin our spiritual practice. He emphasizes that the present moment, regardless of its circumstances, is already ideal for our spiritual growth. Tolle invites us to recognize that the now is all there ever is, and it holds the potential for profound transformation and awakening. By embracing the present moment and letting go of future expectations, we can fully engage in our spiritual practice right here and now. Tolle's wisdom reminds us that the journey towards spiritual awakening begins in this very moment, regardless of external circumstances, as we tap into the timeless essence of our being.
Don't fall into the trap that some spiritual seekers have fallen into, who are telling themselves, if I only had a life that's more undisturbed, that I could really practice being present and practice meditation, preferably in a lovely climate, so that I'm not disturbed by unfavorable weather. So let's say you're in the tropics, there's a warm breeze, then I could really practice and become present, and especially if I get massages every day. And the purest of foods, cooked for me or not cooked, better not cooked. Then I could really, but life, why doesn't life give me an opportunity to, well, if you have it, it's good to go on a retreat, is a wonderful thing. But to always look for some situation that's ideal for your spiritual practice, no. What works much better is to say, this moment is ideal for my spiritual practice. And my spiritual practice, whatever it is that I'm facing at this moment, what is the state of consciousness that I'm bringing to this moment, which ultimately is all that ever is. There is nothing else other than your experience of this moment. There never has been anything else. Isn't that weird? And there never will be anything else. People think the future is incredibly important, and of course on a practical level it has its place. You can't do without it. But on a deeper level, the future, of course, you might have noticed, you have never yet experienced the future, but you've thought about it a lot. For years, thinking about the future, but never arrived. You cannot arrive at the future because ultimately, on a deeper level, because these are it doesn't exist. Is that true? Let me think. Well, that's easy. If the future existed, you could have experienced it. When it comes, it's the present. The past, nothing happened. I said in the Power of Now, nothing ever happened in the past. It happened in the now. And when you remember the past, you remember it now. There is only now. Now, the Power of Now came out for the first time 20 years ago. How is that? Well, that was the now. Paradoxical. But in your time is something so weird. On one level, it's everywhere. It's all consuming. It ultimately eats you up. It burns you up. The fire of time burns you up. The body, if you haven't noticed it already, you will in a few years. One morning you look in the mirror and you say, what's this? Who is this? And then you remember the apple you left on a windowsill 3 weeks ago. That's what happened to the apple in 3 weeks, happens to you in 30 years. Time does that to you. Everything is consumed by time. Everything is consumed by time. Jesus calls it where moth and rust consume. Now he uses that as an analogy really for time. Rust, even the hardest of substances, metal, is ultimately consumed by rust. Moths, they eat up your clothes. But really, it means time is eating up everything in this material universe is being eaten up by time. So it's everywhere. Time is, you can't get away from it. And yet, you have never experienced time. You can only experience this moment, but you can think about time. So future exists as a thought in your head. The past exists as a thought in your head. So future and past are necessary in order to cope with life in this dimension, undoubtedly. We could not have met here without future, where it said at such and such a time, on such and such a day, Eckhart is going to talk here. It would have been difficult to say, one day in the now, Eckhart is going to talk in Calgary. Let's hope you'll be there. So you need time on the practical level also. But losing yourself on that level is losing yourself on the level of the mind, the thinking mind. To be able to use time doesn't matter that you have to be used by time. And so the transcendent dimension of consciousness that I started with when I talked is encountered when you enter the now with your attention. And okay, the now means now. So as I'm speaking, we're entering the now with our attention. That's all there ever is. You might as well be there fully, because that's your life.
Thank you for joining us on this enlightening exploration with Eckhart Tolle, where he reminded us that this moment, with all its imperfections, is already ideal for our spiritual practice. We hope that his wisdom has resonated deeply within you. If you enjoyed this video and found value in Eckhart Tolle's teachings, we invite you to subscribe to our channel. By subscribing, you'll stay connected with our future videos featuring Eckhart Tolle and other inspiring voices in the realm of spirituality and personal growth. Don't forget to click the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell to be notified of our upcoming uploads. We appreciate your support and look forward to sharing more transformative content with you. Thank you for being here today. Remember, you don't need a perfect environment or life situation to begin your spiritual practice. The present moment, with all its imperfections, is the ideal starting point. Embrace it fully and discover the profound transformation that awaits you.